Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning oil. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, the books were opened.
I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory, and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Psalm 110. The Lord said unto my Lord, Sit thou at my right hand, until I make thine enemies thy footstool. The Lord shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. Rule thou in the midst of thine enemies. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. In the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. The Lord hath sworn, and will not repent. Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies. He shall rule the heads over many countries. He shall drink of the brook in the way. Therefore shall he lift up the head.
Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. All right, and what I want to get into today is the book of Zechariah, chapter 10. All right, going into we're not forgotten, because going into the history of our people, we understand that, us being their chosen people, we was given, a covenant. We made a promise on our end, to uphold the covenant. And the Lord made a promise to be our power. Well, we, broke our end of the deal as a people. And we didn't uphold to our obligations of that covenant. All right, which is obedience, to those commandments. Okay, and the Lord, all right, as the scriptures say, he removed us from the land, put us in these different captivities. All right, and eventually he will send his son, all right, to redeem us, all right, to a new covenant, okay? And now, all right, as Yahweh Shai has redeemed us back, and the redemption is only for the remnant of this time, but through the remnant, the rest of our people eventually, will be redeemed back under that new covenant, okay? But as Yahweh Shai made that sacrifice, he opened up a grace period in which the remnant will begin to come back, all right, to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, okay, in faith, which faith is going to be what justifies us as we're getting ready to go through, all right, the straight gate. You see, as we're getting ready to be tested, all right, our faith is getting ready to be tested, but through it all, as our people, complain about, they mock the Most High, our people, they'll curse the Most High because we went through captivity and, we're in a predicament that we're in now, not knowing that the Bible teaches of the mercy of the Lord. Okay? And first and foremost, we're not owed anything. Okay, Jake, has this mindset as if they're owed something. Okay, not understanding, all right, that the Heavenly Father chose us because of his good will. All right, nothing that we did. And being chosen comes with a responsibility. Okay, and this captivity, made us see the severity of their responsibility of ruling the earth in righteousness, man. While wickedness cannot be tolerated in any capacity. Okay, so as we're in this grace period and we're learning these things, we're comforted by the words, okay, that's in the scriptures, man. We're comforted by prophecy and what's to come. You see, we have an expectation, all right, of something, all right, to come. These promises, the goodness of Yahweh Bashim Shai being shown in the earth on his people, because we've seen the other side, all right, the Lord's anger. The world has seen the Lord anger at his people, okay? But we serve a just power, and the world is going to see the Heavenly Father, all right, bless his people, beginning with a remnant, okay, beginning with those first fruits, 12,000 men from each tribe, all right, then the rest of the 1/3, men, women, and children, that's allotted for salvation, okay? So I want to go into it, Zechariah chapter 10, all right, verse 1, and we'll go through it all. Avaratazah. What it says, ask ye of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, rain in the time of the latter rain. So the Lord shall make bright clouds and give them showers of rain to every grass in the field. Now this rain is symbolic, okay, of the word. Okay, and the latter rain, will be the rain that will come in the fall, because you had the former rain, okay, the rain that will come in the spring, okay, in the beginning of the year as you will plant your crops, okay, and then you had that latter rain during the time of harvest, all right, and as we know, all right, this word has been going out, Israel is likened to a vineyard, and this word has been watering the vineyard, which is the elect, okay, and the elect has been springing up, okay, and then we're going to keep watering the elect until the time of harvest. Okay, so let's get a few precepts in Deuteronomy 32 and 1. It says, give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. Okay, so this is a message that's going out, all right, globally, because the elect are everywhere, okay, due to us being scattered. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew. As it says, his doctrine shall drop as rain. Let you know it's the doctrine that's watering the elect. Okay, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass, because I will publish the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, ascribe you greatness unto our power. So that doctrine is dropping on that tender herb and showering that grass, which is the elect. Okay, because what does the Lord liken Israel into? Okay, this is Isaiah 5 and 7. It says, for the vineyard, okay, of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel. Okay, you see, for the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah his pleasant plant. And he looked for judgment, but behold oppression, for righteousness, but beheld a cry, because for a long time our people wasn't being watered. You go into, the leaders that have been propped up and given to us and are constantly, fed to us by the enemy. All right, our people wasn't being watered by this word. Okay, but now the Lord has raised up pastors after what his own heart that's feeding his sheep with knowledge and understanding that the scriptures say. Okay, so this watering will end up, all right, where we seeing, the doctrine going out and watering the elect. And what's happening, you see the elect springing up. Okay, Isaiah 44 and 1. It says, yet now, hear, O Jacob my servant, and Israel whom I have chosen. Thus said the Lord that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen, for I will pour upon him that is thirsty. All right. I said, I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessings upon thine offspring. And this is what's happening in real time. Okay, the Lord is pouring water on him that is thirsty, man. Because we all, came to a point to where we was thirsty for truth. Because the church just wasn't getting it. As we get older and, you have to live in this world and, you try to apply that church doctrine and the pastor really not making no sense, dry as hell. Nobody in the family really knows about the Bible, it's just a real, because so-called black culture is extremely spiritually dehydrated. But you had those few minds that would thirst for truth. Okay, and what happened, the Lord allowed, truth to pour forth in the earth, man. You had the apostles that's been out, since the 80s, okay? And then leading up to the time of, the YouTube in 2007. And now, all right, and the earth is flooded with truth. As a one time we were dry as a people, but now the earth is flooded with truth, man. And that's the Lord, all right, allowing the floods of truth to go forth in the earth. Okay? And now this word is blessing us, man, giving us these instructions of righteousness, man, repentance. Okay, we're being cultivated in Yahushua, man, which is a blessing. And it's all through this word going forth. Okay, verse 4, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourses. One shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shai, and surname himself by the name of Israel, man. As we begin to, tap into, our language, the Paleo Hebrew, we know the name of our power, the name of his son, Yahweh Shai, all right, name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. We begin to call ourselves, by Hebrew names, and we don't have to go, all right, to this man's government, okay, and get Ben Israel, put on our birth certificate, all right, which is extremely stupid, okay. No, we recognize each other amongst each other, by Hebrew names, okay, because we're a government within itself, and it's all ordained from the top government of Yahweh by Shema Shai from on high, okay. So let's go from there. Let's go back to Zechariah chapter 10. Okay. This is the book of Zechariah chapter 10, verse 2. It says, for the idols have spoken vanity, and the diviners have seen lies and have told false dreams. They comfort, all right, in vain. Therefore, they won't, it says, therefore, they won't their way as a flock. It said they went their way as a flock. All right. They were troubled because there was no shepherd. Okay. And what we have to understand, like we spoke on before, the guys of this world, have set the standard for our people. Okay. Through false leaders, plantation Christianity. Okay. These celebrities. Okay. They have led our people astray. You see? So leadership, was all, poor leadership has always been the plague amongst our people. You have times of good leadership. You had the prophets, you had certain kings. Okay, a few kings that was in order, Samuel, during the time of Moses, you will have, times of good leadership. And you will have a time of a lot of poor leadership. All right, and poor leadership has always been the plague, and the Lord will always address, okay, poor leadership. Okay, and it says they comfort in vain because our people has been getting this message, okay, through Christianity. Okay, which when you go into, let's go here, let's get, I think it's Isaiah 56 and 10. All right, Isaiah 56 and 10. All right, matter of fact, before I go there, because you go into Christianity, it's pagan, it's idol worship. when you really go into Christianity. Everything outside of the truth is rooted in idolatry. So our people, in some shape, form, or fashion, are rooted in idolatry, man. Their whole belief system. That's why they celebrate pagan holidays. Okay, they live a culture that's associated with idolatry. Okay, and they eat, like pagans. Okay, lifestyle is like that of a pagan. You see, and it begins with who? The gods of this world. When you go to 2 Corinthians 4:3, it said, "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost." Okay, and we have to understand all of us were lost, man. But there's a majority of our people that's meant to stay lost. Okay, and it's going to get into it in Zechariah. All right, but as a whole, we all had to fall away. That great falling away. From who we were, who our power is, the understanding of this word, prophecy. We fell away from it all. The Lord in His anger, hey, He stripped us of everything, man. Okay, had us wandering out here bad. You see, because of our disobedience. But there's a mass majority of our people that is meant for them to stay lost. Okay? It says, in whom the God of this world, the God of this age, the rulers of this age, okay, have blinded the minds of them who believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. Okay? And unless, we're allotted, to believe this word and be converted, begin to follow, in Yahushua, okay, you're gonna stay lost. We will be lost. Okay, and we had to depend on the leadership of this world. All right, which is leadership that's given to us of this world, is of Satan, is of the devil. Okay, and this is the energy that they come in. Isaiah 56:10. All right, and it says, "His watchmen are blind; they are all ignorant; they are all dumb dogs; they cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber." Man, okay, and you look at the leadership amongst Jake. Jake is the most less informed people on the earth. There's no one that's less informed about reality than our people. Our people operate on the absolute lowest level possible, man. And their leadership is put in place to keep them in their condition, man. The black church is the so-called black church is the absolutely worst place to be in this time. Okay? You wouldn't know anything that's going on. Okay? But you look at the leadership of our people overall, which there's no leaders that even stand out. There's no leaders amongst Jake that you can really just point to. It's just a bunch of randomness now, man. Okay? When you go into what Jake is talking about, Jake is not being warned about what's to come. Okay? Jake doesn't have watchmen. There's no watchmen amongst black culture. Okay? Just a bunch of random opinions, all right? Random arguments, okay, and poor decisions. You see? And it says, yeah, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough. And they are shepherds that cannot understand, all right, leaders that have no understanding. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his own quarter, everybody doing their own thing. Okay, our people are all over the place, scattered sheep. The shepherds, all right, have their own interests in mind. Okay? And it's all a hustle, it's all a scam. So you see, look at our people, it's scattered sheep, man. It's just a bunch of scattered ideas and opinions and talking points and arguments and podcasts and, popping a balloon, mixtape and, rap beef, it's just all over the place, man. Okay? And you read on, it says, "Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant." And this is, the leadership of our people has them drunk. Okay? And they're just day for day with no direction. Okay? Because that's one thing a shepherd would lead in a particular way. You know, the good shepherds have been set up after the order of Yahushua. Okay? And we're walking with intention. We're leading, all right, we're following, all right, Yahushua. We're following the path, man. Okay, but you look at our people, man, it's just a bunch of shepherds just walking around. It's just a bunch of sheep just walking around, blindly just bumping into each other, walking to the wolf, walking to the lion and bear, which is this beast system. You see? So when you go back to Zechariah chapter 10, all right, and 3, it says, my anger was kindled against the shepherds, and I punished the goats, for the Lord of hosts had visited his flock, all right, the house of Judah, and have made them his goodly horse in battle. You see, and how did the Lord visit his people? By raising up true pastors. Okay, because the Lord is getting ready to punish, all right, our people, man. And the leaders of our people are going to get it the worst. Okay, let's get that. You see, let's get that in Isaiah 1. Okay, and I started at 21. It says, how has the faithful city become a harlot? It was full of judgment, righteousness lies in it, but now murderers, man. Because a false prophet, a false teacher, that's setting you up to be judged. Okay, someone that's a false leader, if you have, 500 people following you, okay, and you're teaching them falsely outside of Yahweh Bashim al-Shai, well, you're setting those 500 people up for death, man. So let's make you like a murderer, man. A mass murderer. You got these mega churches with all these great followings, and they're leading people to a slaughter. Okay? They're setting people up for complete failure. That's worse than, someone doing the drive-by. Okay? A false prophet is a very dangerous thing, man. And that's why the judgment is so severe. Okay? Verse 22 says, thy silver is become dross, thy wine mixed with water. Okay, and through poor leadership, our people have become very degenerate and watered down. Okay, morals don't even exist amongst our people anymore. There is no shame. Okay, shame is gone. All right, morality is gone. You see, and this is the worst as it's ever been, and that's why the judgment is gonna be as worse as it's ever been. Okay, verse 3 says, thy princes are rebellious and companion of thieves. Every one loveth gifts and follow after rewards. They judge not the fatherless, neither doth they cause the widows. All right, neither doth the cause of the widow come unto them. All right, because the fatherless and the widows were the most vulnerable amongst the society. Okay, and you look at Jake, we're the most vulnerable amongst this society. All right, and that's why you even have a term what they call poverty pimp. This is a new thing now, because you go into these podcasts, everyone is just capitalizing off the curses. Everybody just making all these points and, all these, these viral moments. Okay. Just to capitalize off the curses, man. The condition of our people. All right, but the Lord has raised up, all right, the good shepherds after Yahushua, after the order of Yahushua, okay, that's coming with true understanding, that's feeding, that's coming with that spirit of healing. Okay, the spirit of Yahushua is healing, and that's what's happening amongst the elect. All right, verse 24 said, therefore said the Lord, all right, the Lord Yahweh, by Shem al-Shah of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of my adversaries and avenge me of my enemies, man. Okay, because this poor leadership amongst our people, all right, they're on the hit list of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. They've made themselves enemies of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Okay, we're finna see how the Lord feels about false prophets, man, about poor leadership. Okay, and our people that continue to follow this poor leadership, they're going to get caught up in it. Okay, but the leadership is going to get judged the worst. Okay, because they've done the most damage. You see? So the Lord said he will strengthen his people, and that will begin with what? Him raising up. This is Jeremiah chapter 3. All right, this is Jeremiah 3 and 15. It says, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And this was us beginning to be strengthened. You know, because our strength is in faith and obedience in Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Okay? That's why it says in Isaiah 52. All right? Isaiah 52:1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength. You see? O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, man. And that's our obedience through faith to Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. When we're in order, that's our strength. When we believe, that's our strength. Faith, that's our strength, man. You see? When we operate outside of that makes us vulnerable, man. It sets us up for the taking. Okay? It said, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. From henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. You know, and the worst thing that we did was be intermingled with these heathens, man. You know, Eliashah woman been going into that, dealing with the civil rights. You know, you go into that whole movement, man. It was a psyops. You know, like it was a psyops to get Jake to where they at now, man. To get Jake to have that inferior mindset. You know, to beg the so-called white man, you know, to eat with them and to drink with them and, you know, to go to school with them. It's like there was some type of victory. Okay? It gave Jake a very inferior mindset. Jake had a very inferior complex. Okay? After their civil rights madness, man. Okay? And then, you know, it goes deeper. Okay? But ultimately, it started, you know, the degenerate, you know, it started that degenerate, you know, culture amongst Jake. Okay, being integrated with these devils. Okay, because we never meant to be integrated with these devils, man. Verse 2 says, shake thyself from the dust, which is the confusion, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem, loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. Okay? And that's why Yahweh said what? The truth shall set us free. Okay? We should know the truth, and the truth shall set us free, man. So our minds have been unshackled, okay, from the doctrines of this world, the philosophies of this world. Okay? We've been able to sober up and get back, you know, because if you're drunk, you're not in your strength. You know, your balance is off, your thinking is off. Okay? Your physical strength is low. Okay? You sober up, you recover, you get back to yourself, you get your strength back. Okay? And this is what the Lord has allowed us to begin to detox, you know, off the wine. Okay? Of Babylon, and be strengthened through this word. Okay? So, going back to Zechariah chapter 10. Okay? And you read this in the NLT, verse 3, it says, my anger burns against you shepherds, and I will punish these leaders, for the Lord of heaven's armies has arrived to look after Judah, his flock. And see Yahweh Shai, he's here in the spirit. You know? You know, this particular men that he has made, you know, overseers of his flock. He has his spirit on particular men, you know, to be overseers of his flock. Okay, it says he will make them strong and glorious like a proud war horse in the battle. Because you go here to Was it 1 Peter 5? All right, this is 1 Peter 5:2. It says, "Feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by strength, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind." Okay, so we're tasked to feed, okay, the flock of the Most High, man. Okay, those sheep that belong to Yahweh, feed them with this understanding. Okay, and not just teaching it, but verse 3, neither as being lords over the Most High's heritage, but being examples, okay, to the flock. All right, verse 3 in the NLT, don't lord it over the people assigned to your care, but lead them by your own good example. Okay, and this is what we've been assigned to do, and this is our strength. Okay, and it's going to come a time, hey, where the Lord's going to raise a standard, and we're really going to be, those battle axes, man. And right now it's in the spirit, okay, that the Lord has raised us up. It's a spiritual weapon against the enchantments of this devil, man. I think that's in Isaiah 46. All right, Isaiah 46. And is Isaiah 40? Might be 49. Oh yeah, come. Yep. This is Isaiah 49:1. Listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken, ye people from far. The Lord hath called me from the womb, from the bowels of my mother, have he made mention of my name, and he made me, and said, and he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand have he hid me, and made me a polished shaft. In his quiver have he hid me. Okay, so the prophets was like a secret, weapon that the Lord had for an established time. Okay, that would begin to what, man? Cut down, all right, these enchantments, man. To cut our people free. The elect of our people will begin to be cut loose from the enchantments, man, through this word. Okay, so the Lord is waving the prophets, as a spiritual sword in the earth, man. So let's go back to Zechariah chapter 10. Let's see. All right, this is Zechariah 10:4 says, Zechariah 10:4 says, out of him came forth the corner, out of him the nail, out of him the battle bow, out of him every oppressor together. And this is speaking of Yahweh Shai. Let's read this in the NLT and we'll go get it. It says, from Judah will come the cornerstone, the tent peg, the bow, the bow for battle, and all the rulers. Okay? So who's that cornerstone? That's Yahweh Shai. Okay? You go to Isaiah 28. Okay? And 16. It said, therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth, all right, shall not make haste. Okay? So that precious, that tried cornerstone is Yahweh Shai, because this is the foundation of everything that we're building on. Okay? There's no other foundation that we can build on outside of Yahweh Shai that's going to stand in these times. Everything else is finna fall. Okay? But out of Judah will come that tried, all right, that precious cornerstone. And Apostle Peter, he broke it down as well. Okay? Let you know who that cornerstone is. You go on 1 Peter 2. Okay? And 4, it says, to whom coming is unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of the Most High and precious. And this is the Apostle Peter breaking down Isaiah. Okay, because as Yahweh Shai was rejected by the leadership, all right, the majority of the leadership back then, okay, he was made, all right, the head, by the Father. Okay? It says, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house. And we're building on that stone of Yahushua as we teach based on the foundations of what Yahushua was teaching, man. Because he comes in the volume of the book and we teach the volume of the book front to back. And that's us building on Yahushua, that cornerstone. All right. And it says, are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Yahushua HaMashiach. Wherefore also it is contained in the scriptures, behold, I lay in Zion a chief, all right, cornerstone, elect precious, and he that believeth on him, let you know that that cornerstone was Yahushua. He that believeth on him shall not be confounded. Okay? And we're not going to be confounded. Hey, when these prophecies begin to, settle in the earth more and more, as we see, the Lord really opens up in judgment. Okay? Those that are built on Yahushua are going to be unmoved, man. Even in death, if that's part of our lot, we win. We're not going to be disappointed in what Yahushua is bringing to the earth, the judgment and the blessing that he's bringing to the earth. We're not going to be disappointed. Okay? That's why you go to here. What's that? Luke 6. Okay? It's the book of Luke, chapter 6. Okay, verse 40. I started at 46. It says, and why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Because our obedience through faith, that's what's rooting us in Yahushua. Living this thing through faith, man. Okay? Constantly tapping in, growing, examining ourselves, making the adjustments. That's us being rooted in Yahushua. There's a lot of Israelites with head wraps and turbans on. They're really not rooted in this thing. They're really not about being obedient. They're here to be seen. They're here to be popular. They're here to try to live out their worldly dream on the internet. Nah, they call on the names. Okay, they present themselves as they're on point or they off, man. And they're not rooted in Yahushua. Okay? And see, we're in the time, hey, there's storm finna come. Okay? And it's a horrible time to find out that you're not rooted when the storm comes. That's why, hey, you examine ourselves now to, hey, to anchor down. We see flaws and shortcomings and, hey, we begin to make adjustments. That's us anchoring down. Okay, but you use this grace period and you ain't anchoring down in your house shot, when that storm comes, yeah, you're not going to have nothing, all right, that's holding you, man. Okay, verse 47, whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built an house and dig deep and laid the foundation on a rock. Okay, and that rock is Yahushua. So obedience is making obedience through faith, because it's all rooted in faith. Obedience through faith is rooting us in Yahushua, man. Okay, it says, and when the flood arose, which, hey, Jacob's trouble, all right, hey, the time of tribulation, okay, was, hey, Esau gonna be turned loose, okay, and the Lord's gonna have judgment out here, man. You see. And says the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation building a house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great. Okay, and we want to be those that are builded on Yahushua through faith and obedience, man. Anchored down in this thing. Okay? And then you have, go back to Zechariah. Okay? All right, it says, out of him, the nail. It says, out of him, the battle bow. Out of him, all right, every oppressor together, which goes into rulers. All right. Now it says that battle bow because Yahweh Shai is coming to do what? All right. That battle bow represents war. Okay. Revelation 6:2. And I saw and beheld a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow. Okay. And a crown, which represents authority. Okay. That bow goes into war, was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. You see? So out of Judah would be, that great warrior king, Yahushua, that will go forth to conquering, all right, to going forth to conquer and conquering, man. Which he's going to conquer the earth in righteousness, man. Okay? So let's go back to Zechariah 10, reading verse 5. And it says, and they shall be as mighty men which tread down their enemies in the mire of the streets in battle, and they shall fight because of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is with them, and the rider on the horses shall be confounded. Okay? And what did Yahweh Shai say to Pilate? Because now it's a standard gonna be lifted. Okay? Because now we're in the time of Yahweh Shai. All right, so let's go here, St. John 18, and I started 33. Said, then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again and called Yahushua and said unto him, art thou the king of the Jews? Yahushua answered him, saying, sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it of thee? Pilate answered, am I a Jew? Thy own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Yahushua answered, my kingdom is not of this world. It wasn't of that age. It wasn't of that time. Okay, this is during Elam, Rome. Okay, so it wasn't of that time. Okay, I believe Tiberius, was emperor, during this time, but it wasn't the age, all right, for Yahushua, all right, to rule. Okay, it wasn't the age of Israel to rule. It says, if my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. Okay, now is my kingdom not from hence. So it wasn't that time. Okay, so Yahushua, like, look, if it was my time to rule, you would be through. You wouldn't touch me, nigga, if it was my time to rule. Okay, because when Yahushua come back, he's not going to be touched. As he said, he's not going to meet them as a man. Okay, well, he said, this was my kingdom. If it was time for me to rule, my servants will fight, man. Okay, that's why he told Peter, put the sword up. He told him, look, this ain't that time. He said, look, I can call legions down if it was that type of party. All right, because Yahushua ain't coming to fight these niggas with swords. We not fighting with the swords of this world. It's gonna be a standard lifted, man. Okay? Let's go there. Let's get on, what's that, Zechariah. The same book. Okay? Zechariah 12:8. It says, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them shall be as David, and the house of David shall be, all right, as the Most High, and the angel of the Lord before them. Okay? So the house of David is going to be as the Elohim, the power like angels, man. Okay? Because what you go to, because it's going to be time to get down. You see, like I say, we're not in that time. Okay? We haven't entered into that phase yet, but it's yet at hand. And it wasn't that time, when Yahushua, was being crucified. Okay? Was the Lord going to lift a standard to what the house of David said going to be like an Elohim? Angelic like power. All right? Daniel 7:18. And it says, But the saints, okay, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom, all right, shall take the kingdom, okay, and possess the kingdom forever, for even forever and ever, man. All right, unending age. Okay, well, it says the saints going to take the kingdom because the Lord is going to lift a standard. You see, even when you go here, was it in the same chapter? No, it was probably 41. What it says? Yeah, Isaiah 41 and 14. Hey, 144. It says, Isaiah 41 and 14 said, "Fear not, thy worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, said the Lord, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff." And these mountains goes into governments, man. These hills go into smaller governments, man. Okay? So the Lord is gonna say he's gonna make us a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth, man, which the Lord's gonna make us deadly. Okay? The Lord's gonna make particular men of the remnant, all right, a problem out here. Okay? Hey, it's the time of Yahweh kingdom. Okay? Verse 16 said, "Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them." So this the nukes and the chariots. "And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel." Okay, and this is what we're entering into, man. And this is why we need to be tapped into this, man. We're gonna need power in these times. Above everything, hey, we're gonna need that power, man. And it's only activated through faith, man. All right, and being unmovable, man. Steadfastness, man. Okay, going back to Zechariah 10. Okay. 6, it says, "And I will strengthen the house of Judah and will save the house of Joseph," which is the northern, and the southern kingdom. Joseph, being the head, okay, of the northern kingdom, with Joseph and Ephraim is interchangeable. Okay. And it says, "And I will bring them again to place them, for I have mercy upon them, and they shall be as though I had not cast them off. For I am the Lord their power, and will hear them." So it's going to be like if the Lord never was mad at us, man. Okay? When the Lord, begins to bless us and, lift that standard and, really begins to judge this place, man, it's going to be like the Lord was never mad at us, man. You see? We're going to be fully back in their favor. Okay? Let's go here to Isaiah 54. Isaiah 54 and 6, it says, I started at 7. It says, "For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee." And the Lord calls everything we've been through a small moment. Remember, we have an eternal kingdom, man. Like the more we get into, like, we really understand what the Lord got for us, man, and the goodness of our power, like, we really don't have nothing to complain about, man. Like you look at, the history of our people, and you can look at it and be in your feelings, man. But you look at what we got coming, man. That don't compare to eternity of spiritual powers and the blessings and abundance and family and the earth and going to see other, planets. That don't compare, man. The things that we've been through. Okay, so the Lord called, this a little moment, like a husband being mad at his wife, for an hour or two. He's pissed, he's going irate, might throw out the window, but eventually, a few hours go by, he gonna get her, they make up and, and that's how the Lord look at these things, man. And that's another thing, putting on the immortal, we begin to think different. And then as we begin to think like Yahweh Bashim Shai, we become less offended and more anxious about what's to come. More, we begin to anticipate, and look forward to what's to come, and not dwell on, even the condition of Jake. Jake gonna be all right eventually, man. And damn him right now. Okay, we on to something else. All right, verse 8, it says, "In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness." Okay, it said, "With a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment." Look at the word. "But with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, said the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Al Shaddai, Redeemer." Okay, and you look into what does it say? Go back into Zechariah. Lost my thought. Well, let's go back into Zechariah. Verse 7, it says, "And they of Ephraim shall be like mighty men, and their heart shall rejoice as through wine. Yea, their children shall see it and be glad. Their heart shall rejoice in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Al Shai." Okay, which we went into that, this morning. Okay, because it's gonna be a rejoicing. All right, as we get the victory over this beast system, man. Okay, let's go to Revelation 18:20. It says, "Rejoice over her, thou heaven," okay, the spiritual realm, "and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High have avenged you on her." Okay, you read this in the NLT. "Rejoice over her fate, O heaven and people of the Most High, and apostles and prophets, for at last the Most High has judged her for your sakes," man. All them prayers, them curses we putting on, it's gonna be answered. Okay, in one day. As the brother Yum Yah says, what a difference a day makes. What a difference a day makes, man. Okay, and you can feel we should begin to rejoice now because we got the victory, man. Because it's another lesson I want to do. Going into that Project Looking Glass. Elder Yashua Wamba did one. I think it was yesterday. I watched it this morning, but I want to lay them back, and just tie some other things together, man. These devils finished, man. There's nothing. Hey, we're gonna get into it because there's a whole nother, there's a whole nother rabbit hole, man. But just to say this, man, Esau done. Okay, he's done, man. Well, he facing like we got our day-to-day problems, alternator go out, you see, baby mama trip, everybody got their little thing, supervisor, asshole today, but what Esau faced with, good luck with that shit. Zechariah 10:8, it says, "I will hiss for them and gather them, okay, for I have redeemed them, and they shall increase as they have increased, and I will sow them among the people, and they shall remember me in far countries, and they shall live with their children and turn again." Okay? Though I read this in the NLT, "Though I have scattered them like seeds among the nations, they will remember me in distant lands. They and their children will survive and return again to Israel." Okay? You see? It's saying we're going to increase as they have increased. And let's get this in Baruch and in Ezekiel as well. But let's get that in Baruch. Okay? Because it's saying far lands we will remember him. Okay? So you get that in Baruch too. Okay? And it pretty much sums us up. All right? It says Baruch 2 and 29. I started 28. It says, "As thou spakest by thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write the law before the children of Israel, saying, if you will not hear my voice," and this goes back, to that first covenant, that contract. You know, Leviticus, I believe 26th chapter and 28th chapter, it goes into, you know, the stipulations for disobedience, you know, the consequences of disobedience. Okay. You know, which was given, you know, to Moses. All right. It says, if you will not hear my voice, surely this great multitude shall be turned to a small number among the nations where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. You know, so wherever our people are, wherever the elect are, all right, they're going to wake up all throughout the earth and begin to remember themselves, man. Okay, no matter where they at, no matter what language they speak. That's why you have men that speak multiple languages. You have brothers that's raising up, okay, camps in all these different countries, man. Okay, because it's the Lord, making good on his promise. And it says, and shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. All right, which we will have those names. The Heavenly Father's name, Yahweh, his son's name, Yahweh Shai. And it says, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. And that's going to be that new covenant. Okay, well, we're going to be changed, perfected, to where we can never be displeasing to our power again. Okay, which that's going to give us the victory over death, you know, because we're not going to be able to sin. You see, and the Lord's going to be our power forever. We're going to be under that protection. All right, we're going to be provided for by our power forever, man. Okay, and say what we will increase, because you go to Ezekiel 36, and I'll just get to the point, because you go to the beginning of the chapter, you know, the Lord cussing out those small hats, you know, claiming to be us, you know, it goes to Idumea. All right, but when you go to verse 8, you know, it speaks about the real people coming back, the true Israelites, the true sons of God, sons and daughters of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Ezekiel 36:8. But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come. For behold, I am for you, and will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown, and I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel, even all of it, and the city shall be inhabited, and the way shall be builded, man. All right. So when we come out those chariots, man, that land is going to rejoice that the true Israelites are coming home, and they're coming home perfected in righteousness, man. Okay. And the earth is going to begin to yield forth its strength. It's going to be abundance, and everything's going to have its full strength. Okay. Not going to be able to compare a banana on this side to a banana in the kingdom. Okay. It's going to be a whole different, whole different frequency, man. Everything is going to be in this strength, man. Okay. You see, verse 10, it says, and I will multiply men upon you. Okay. Hey, fruitful and multiply. You read this in the NLT. And I will greatly increase the population of Israel, and the ruined cities post World War III will be rebuilt and filled with people. And these slaves are going to work, and they're going to, you know, hey, they're going to build, okay, our estates, man. Lavish, you know, decked out. You see, and we're gonna populate, you know, fill the earth. Okay, it says I will increase not only people but also your animals, the livestock, because that's a food source. Okay, so if people increase, the livestock has to keep up. Okay, oh mountains of Israel, I will bring people to live on you once again, and I will make you even more prosperous than you were before the time of King David, King Solomon, which we was very prosperous. Then you will know that I'm the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, you know, and there's going to be no questioning in that day, no more debates. All right, hey, the score will be settled. Okay, I have to argue with nobody about who we are. Okay, verse 10, it says, and I will bring them again out of the land of Egypt. Okay, which we know Egypt is America today, and to gather them out of Syria, which is Syria, is likened into America as well. Okay, because it's gonna be the main exodus, right? This go round, you know, the Lord's gonna outdo what He did in ancient Egypt. All right, and it says, I will bring them into the land of Gilead and Lebanon, and place, and says, and place shall not be found for them. And what is this saying? Okay, because we just went to how we're going to constantly increase, okay, and repopulate. I will bring them back from Egypt and gather them from Assyria. I will resettle them in Gilead and Lebanon until there is no more room for them all. Okay, and this is, going to cause us to expand, okay, and eventually even go into other planets, man. There's billions of stars, and amongst those stars, there's solar systems, man. So there's billions and trillions of planets, man. Like we coming on a level, man. And Earth, we haven't even discovered Earth yet, and Earth is gonna grow. Okay, because it's gonna be back in this strength, man. Earth is shriveled under this man, Esau Edom. It says, and he shall pass through the sea, all right, with affliction, and shall smite the waves in the sea, and all the deeps. It says, and all the deeps of the river shall dry up, and the pride of Assyria shall be brought down, and the scepter of Egypt shall depart away. And this is Yahweh Shai coming, all right, in his anger to judge, man. I believe that's is that Habakkuk the 3rd chapter. This is Habakkuk 3:3. It says, the Most High come from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Salah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. And this is Yahweh Shai coming in that gigantic chariot, man. It's going to cover the earth. And his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hands, and there was the hiding of his power. Okay, which is going to be the fire. Okay, is going to get into coming out the bottom of that chariot, man. Before him went the pestilence, and the burning coals went forth at his feet. You see, he stood and measured the earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations, and the everlasting mountains were scattered. The perpetual hills did by. His ways are everlasting. So this is the Lord getting busy on these heathens in that chariot, man. Okay. It says, I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction. That's over there. I think that's in Arabia. You go into Cushan. Yep, a place in Arabia. All right, the Mesopotamia region. Okay. Saudi Arabia, UAE. All right. It says, in the land of Midian did tremble. Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea, that thou didst ride upon thy horse and thy chariots of salvations? Okay, so the Lord it's gonna be a very it's gonna be a very destructive, okay, introduction to Yahushua. Mercy for the elect, but destruction for everything else, man. And devastation, man. Okay, that's how the Lord coming. That's why even when you get that in Sirach 16, real quick, Sirach 16, and this is Sirach 16 and 18. It says, behold, the heavens All right. And the heaven of heavens, the deep and the earth, and all that therein shall be moved when he shall visit. When he shall visit, this Yahweh Shai. The mountains also and the foundation of the earth be shaken with trembling when the Lord looketh upon them. And these governments, man. All right. And it's going to be a terrifying sight to you heathens, man. You know, and it's going to be our salvation, you know, Lord willing. So let's get Zechariah 10 and 12. It says, and I will strengthen them in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, and they shall walk up and down in the name, all right, in his name, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Verse 12, read this again. It said, by my power I will make my people strong, and by my authority they will go wherever they wish. And I, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, have spoken it, man. Okay, so we're going to rule in the authority of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, man. Okay, we going to have our way out here forever. Okay, really move around, really live. Okay, not in this cubby hole, all right, that people call life, under the tyranny of Esau, man. Okay, so let's get this here since I named it. So people not forgotten. Okay, this is Isaiah 62 and 11 says, behold, the Lord hath proclaimed unto the end of the world. Say to the daughter of Zion, behold, thy salvation cometh. Behold, his reward is with him. Okay, those new bodies. Okay, rulership. Okay, power. You see, it says that his work before him. All right, that destruction. He's gonna wage a righteous war. Okay, because we're going to be changed while this is happening. When Yahweh Shai is waging war on the earth, we're going to be changed in those chariots, man. Okay? It says, and they shall call them the holy people, the redeemed of the Lord, and thou shalt be called, sought out, a city not forsaken. Okay? A city not forsaken, man. Because when we're changed and before the heathen, okay, they're going to know the Lord, hey, those are those people. You see, like they gonna see Yahweh Shai physically come search us out, man. Come seek us out. All right, in that chariot, man. Okay. So that was the point. You know, Lord will, you brothers. All right, and you sisters was edified once again. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, GMS, rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the whole elect.